Good afternoon, folks. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to today's stream. Thank you very much for joining me. Whether you're watching live or as a VOD, you are very welcome. Nabil, CP, anyone else that's currently tuned in, a warm welcome to you. Nabil, Spring Sale 2026 on the 19th of March. Noted. Do you know when it will end by any chance? And how are you doing? CP, how are you doing as well? I'm doing very well myself, thank you. Exhausted. My body's exhausted, man. My body's exhausted. I was just talking to my wife and I was like, I need like a long sleep on a night. Just one long, like 18-hour sleep on a very, very, very comfortable bed. But I'm good, man, honestly. I'm good. ASR, how you doing, my man? If I was watching the VOD, I'd not watch the intro. Well, you would skip the timer and then go from like when I start talking. I think that's like what most people would do. That's how I would do it anyway. Shout out on the 65 stream streak, by the way. That is nuts. CP 5 stream streak, appreciate you. Thank you very much. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get for today. Do I watch VODs? No. But I don't watch streams. So like I do, but not for longer than half an hour, for example. And when I did used to like really hardcore watch streams back in 2019, 2020, well, during COVID times, 2020, if I missed a stream, I would only watch a VOD if the person wasn't live that day or at that time. Like I'd basically just need to get my fix. 19th to the 26th. Okay, that okay. Completely out of my my pay window. So yeah, that's nice. I'm not gonna be able to participate, I don't think. But good to know. Yes, CP. A Rosaline, which I'm not mad about, man. I'm not mad about, and I'm going to say, as I say so often, this route, if this route is to get a remaster, I mean, at this point, maybe it's beyond the remaster, right? Maybe it needs like, you know how Southeastern High Speed was basically like refreshed. It would need to be that, like completely, preferably built from the ground up. But even if not, if everything could just be up to current day standards with perhaps an extension, oh my days, this route would be a banger. That's it. This route would just be a banger. There's no other way about it. And I know Arosa Line is not everyone's cup of tea, but I think me personally, man, I'll never forget like playing it for the first time. After reading so many bad reviews, I still went and bought it because I'm funny like that. And I was like, hold on a second, this actually isn't too bad. Like, this is... Oh, I can see the flaws, but it's not as bad as like everyone is making it out to be. And I still hold that... opinion to this day. Yeah, but Banana Doc was the only person I was watching, man. He switched up his like roleplay characters, but there's one character that he used to roleplay with on GTA. The most funniest thing ever, and I used to watch him from years before that. He used to make like trolling videos on Armor. I just found them funny as hell, man. Or at the time, anyway. When am I playing Tomato Friends Wonders of Sodor? Not by myself, but I'm planning on potentially making a video with the kids, with them playing it, because they're into Thomas. They're excited to get stuck into it. So yeah, that's the current plan. Whether it will be like seen through or not, we'll see. But I'm not planning on playing it myself at any point, which is crazy because it's doing, for a lot of ambassadors, it's doing big numbers. It's doing really big numbers, unsurprisingly. But it's just not for me personally, man. I am sorry, in a 45 stream streak as well. You and the Bill are head to head. Maybe not take a shopping cart as a sound. You know what? That was one of the things I heard even back then. But I don't feel that same way about it. Maybe I'm mad. Maybe I'm just mad. I don't feel that way about it. Right, here's the hardest part. Setting up a train that I haven't driven in... Oh, you're lying. I have a mod. There's a mod that's clashing with the carriage windows, but it's not the windscreen, so I'm good. I don't remember how to do the lights. I believe F is for the headlights. Oh, is that it? Okay. Wait, why is there I got the red light at the top. Okay, that's full tail lights. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I know we need to go now, but I'm sure the people them can wait a little bit while we set things up. Although the mirrors don't work, I usually have them on when we I usually have them on when we're doing like the city sections. Did I know Tom Scott is returning? No. That's pretty cool. I never watched him like religiously, but every time I did watch his content, I was always very impressed. Always very interesting, very informative, nice format to the videos. Solid, yeah, solid guy, man. Very cool. Oh, how hard do I need to go on the brakes? You're leaving England in 2 hours? Wait, where are you heading to, Dan? I'm sure you've told me before, but I don't remember. I know the China trip is a maybe. Don't know how it sounds in reality. No, Nabil, I don't. And I don't think I want to know either, if we're being honest. I'm playing CSGO and they're crashing out. You play CSGO? Since when? Bro, I haven't touched CSGO since like... Ooh. How long has it been? 5 years, maybe? You play CSGO? I'd be down to play, you know. But I've only just started playing Motorfest again. So, today I'm super Irish because Irish. Oh, is it? Ah, shout out to you. Happy St. Paddy's. I'm assuming that's what it is, right? It's the only Irish holiday I know. PC's back, L's, let's go, bro. So it was a CPU then. Makes sense, man. Hope you're doing well, bro. Oh, wait, you're Irish then? Bro, I saw they leave in England and I was like, oh, yeah, you even mentioned it yesterday. And I was like, oh, like, what's the significance of that? Like, well, you meant to go somewhere and you didn't end up going. But no, you live in Ireland. It's only just clicked. Wow. Oh, how you been finding it? And where have you been as well? Or where are you at? Because I guess you're still here. Game muted. Oh, my God. Ignore the family. Alright. You told me many times. Nah, bro. Not CSGO. Not CSGO, man. You've never told me you play CSGO. And, like, that's something I would remember. That's something I'd remember. 5 stream streak, L's, my guy. Bro, that's big from you, you know. You've been over 5 streams in a row. Bro. I always decided to show man love. I appreciate it, man. Kind of the London City Airport. Well, if you look across the water, Dan, if you have the view, where you'll see some buildings with a green top. That was a uni that I was attending a couple years ago. Interesting space for a uni, eh? So you wanted to play but never did. This is back in 2024. Okay. Now you're giving your claim a little bit more validity. Because back in 2024, I can't really confidently say whether or not, like, you know, you said it or not. So I'll take your word for it. You play CSGO? That's crazy, though. Bear in mind, I'm basically hearing it for the first time. Like, you have to understand, I'm hearing it for the first time. In my head. Els, you know me, bro. I'll just say it how it is, man. I'm giving you props as well. I'm giving you credit. Like, that can't be a problem. Should probably be on dynamic braking, isn't it? I'm just here cooking my brakes. There's also a quite attractive Spanish girl in front of me. Oh, hey. You might as well shoot your shot, mate. Oh, yeah, but you're with your mum, isn't it? You can make it work. Like, ultimately, what are you going to lose? You're going to go your way. She's going to go her way. You can just use the experience as a test bed. I do have a coffee with me today. You refuse to go to a pub because of the name and sign out. Wait, what was the name of the sign outside? Wait, was it? Yeah, no, hold on a second. What was it? Also, you're in Hampstead. That's crazy. Now I remember you mentioning this about a month ago, I think. The Georgia, it was Georgia 5th. Really? Really? And what? The icon for it was I was gonna say the thumbnail. The icon for it was what? St. George's flag. That's near your side of town. That's also very interesting. Say no more. Very, very interesting. Big issues from the 1900s and 1920s. Oh, really? I'm gonna double down on that. Really? You gotta let bygones be bygones, man. I actually don't even know what the history was. Maybe it's really significant, but it's all good, man. Peace. You know, let peace reign. Why? Just interesting, bro. Very, very interested. Yeah, how many times I've been Hampstead, bro? I used to go there often when I was working. Beautiful place. Beautiful, beautiful place. It gives like, oh man, driving through Hampstead, yeah, the country vibes you get. I love me a country drive. Hampstead really gives you that really gives you that feel. Literally a picture of George V. Oh, still. Did I ask for permission? Bro, if I knew that you lived there, I would have, bro. I didn't know, my bad. I should have checked in, man. But now I know. I'll shout you in there then, obviously, if you're cool with it. I can roll through. Maybe it was banned from entering Hampsteads. Was it Els that banned you? Like I said, Dan, I mean, aside from the IRA stuff, I actually have no idea on the history between England and Ireland. Feel free to enlighten me. I'm always ready to learn a thing or two. Jackson, where's your alert? There we go. Appreciate you, my man. Thank you very much for the 19 months. I'm doing good, bro. How are you doing? Please tell me the heat is installed and that situation's over. Mayor Els. Hey, mayors in the UK have drip, you know. They give them some like crazy costumes. Who remembers Ken Livingstone? Was it Ken Livingstone that brought congestion charge? What a little twat. I remember he came to my primary school. It's crazy, you know, when you're young, yeah, it's very easy to just not have a clue about people, like who's who. Like, he came to the school and, like, it was this big thing, but... And I knew it was a big thing and I could appreciate that, but I didn't really know the Donny myself. Like, I couldn't appreciate it, I guess, the way maybe I should have. What doors am I meant to open here? Left or right? Left, I guess. I need to find out what mod's causing this. This is usually caused by a mod conflict. What the hell mod do I have? I don't have any mod that affects a roster line. I really don't think I do. Oh, interestingly enough as well, these windows are fine. These... Wait, what? Oh, it's only this... It's literally only the back one. Okay. Okay. You know what? I don't really care. No need for me to look there for any reason. Oh, we're still on a red. I think we're waiting for a train to come past. Unless it's stuck. Arosa Liner was the first ever route that I used God mode to get past a stuck red light. It all starts back about 800 odd years ago. You see, even that is like, you have to try and convince me to see it from your perspective, because right now, to me, it just looks like you're just caught up in the history of things like long gone and past, and you're holding feelings, you know, for something that is no longer present. Not home right now, so the heat gets installed on back. Oh, okay. What, are you out of the country? Are you back in Holland? I did see DLSS 5. What a mess. What an actual mess. DLSS 4.5. That was one that I was referring to. 4.5. That was that's incredible. What the heck is DLSS 5, bro? It's like they've just gone to Grok or ChatGPT and said, "Yo, generate me this frame, generate me this frame." And I think they even said this, the prompts that they gave AI, like cinematic, high fidelity lighting or something. It's just a bit too much. Like, there's generating fake frames and making a game that would run quite poorly, run smoothly, and then there's just like, I mean, it's almost like the game that whatever game you're playing and using DLSS 5 on, it's like you're constantly live remastering it. It's very strange. It's very strange. I'm not a fan. It changes the game. Like, any game you do. I mean, not any game, but I think at least story mode games, for example, I think will suffer greatly from this. You change what the game intended characters to be, because I saw a lot of facial examples. I think that was the focus. Characters look completely different. Like, yeah, they look more realistic and more true to life, but you lose the essence of like what the game portrays. Whatever happened to the LU game on Roblox? Which one else? There's actually a bunch, you know. There's Jubilee Land ones. There's a Victoria Land one that was meant to be coming. There's a couple Victoria Land one, a Jubilee Land ones actually. I think there's a Northern Line one. I sent this in a build the other day. I saw on Minecraft, someone built the Hammersmith and City line. And with like the accurate interior, but obviously it's hella pixelated. You can't really make out anything. The big things are forced imprisonment, abused, intimate. What's intimate? Theft, etc. But isn't that like the case, like the history for a lot of different countries though? Wonder of Sodos, notice for players stuck on profile creation. Yeah. Would it be right for me to talk about, considering I'm not playing it? I'll put it like this. As far as I know, there are a bunch of issues. As far as I know. Just from what I've seen here and there. DLSS 5 is trash. I don't think I'd call it necessarily trash. I know a lot of people are trashing on it right now, and completely understandable why they're doing so. I just think it has its time and place. It's not like the current gen DLSS that you can just apply to anything. My brain is all over the place. I think I'm going to use a controller. I don't know why my brain's really struggling with the keyboard keys. I don't know if it's because it's as simple as not having my wrist rest on. The feeling of it being a bit different is messing with me. Sounds like a very poor excuse, but you never know. In Cork, they told soldiers to shoot anyone with hands in their pockets, as they were seen as a sign of an act of defiance and a challenge to their control. Okay, see, that's a bit mad. But again, that you see that a lot throughout history, like that sort of thing. There's a lot of madness going on back in the day. Dictators and leaders were a lot more brazen than they are today. DLS5 is the crappiest thing ever. Didn't matter than video show. They put up 5 gazillion %. Yeah, more or less. Yeah, for sure. Apparently, they're reviving the RTX 3060. I don't remember why, but I guess that's kind of cool. You look, you overhyped that live. You know what else? The thing is, it's like when you were talking about it, I did say like I'm waiting to hear what like all the tech YouTubers and stuff are waiting to say. And that's kind of why, because had I seen that live, I'd have also been gassed. But then you get like a sort of an explanation on things and like a second opinion that kind of makes you think. Because on the surface, it does look very, very, very cool. But oh man, they've lost. Funnily enough, they've lost the essence of DLSS. I think they should have given that a different name. because it does change. It's not like we all know DLSS to be a fake frame generator, and it makes the games run smoother. What they showcased yesterday is something seemingly with a completely different purpose altogether. Talking about the coding developers. Oh snap! Were they coming out with a London Underground game? I had no clue. Oh wait, no, that was the Victoria Line one. Oh yeah, no, yeah, they were working on the Victoria Line. As far as I know, the last I heard about it was like 6 months to a year ago, so quite a while. But it was still being worked on. So I don't know all now how far development has gone, or even if development is still ongoing. But did look somewhat positive, and also the footage that I was seeing of it, it looked dangerously close to like being like release ready. Also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that the last I saw of it was it going to going into testing, like beta testing, sort of. I want to change when I go on the outside on my controller. I want it to change. I want to change like what camera it clips to. Now, where would I find that? You got to be really careful when you're searching for stuff on like, no matter what setting it is. It could be anywhere, like in the settings section. It could be absolutely anywhere. So you really have to sort of comb through everything. This graphics, it shouldn't be here, but who knows? It shouldn't be here, but it might. Okay. Oh, immersion camera switch. That's the one. I think it's external. Okay. For some reason, it takes this coach as the front. It's quite annoying. And it overrides the artistic mindset. Yeah. That's what I mean. It takes out like the intended essence of games. I think it stands out to me in particular because I've been playing through the Mafia series. I'm currently playing through Mafia 2. And, you know, it's an old game, even though it's a definitive edition I'm playing. So the graphics and stuff have been remastered. But ultimately, it's still, you can still tell this is an older era game, to put it kindly. And I like that about it. I don't want it to look like GTA 6. I'll take the sort of the HD retexturing and stuff like that, but I don't need any more than that. You're in Rome, Jackson. Fair enough. That's kind of cool. Business or pleasure? Intermittent is the state Internment, sorry, is a state-ordered non-punitive confinement of large groups of people without trial, usually during wartime, based on nationality or security risk. Ah, okay. Damn. I hope by 2030, or maybe once upon a time, I had hoped for 2030. ASR that. AI would be used to like generate things live, so we could like potentially have, hypothetically, a never-ending map like No Man's Sky, but by AI. They don't want to come to a stop, you know. As I said, if I didn't see, or if the picture wasn't there, I would have gone in. As I always say, I'm doing this as a hatred thing. I'm doing to educate people. The hate and respect those, they give me great reason. Yeah, I mean, you've educated me. I didn't have any clue about that particular bit of history. Might as well put all options in one list. It'll be more organized. Yeah, right, literally. It actually would be. Everything is just completely scattered, man. Like, you, for example, even to the point where you've got a section for HUD and gameplay, yet you will find HUD options in a completely different section. So what's the point in having that particular section then? Just thinking NVIDIA exec looks at GTA 6, but yeah, I won't make that. Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, it just gives that like uncanny AI look. It's not even like they've done it in such a way where things look natural. The characters look natural. They look terrible, man. One of the big things was around 1918 when English troops came into Crook Park of all the island finals and shot innocent watchers and players. I always wonder how people that carry out those kind of acts feel about them. Because they're being ordered to do particular things. And, you know, you never know what position someone is in. Maybe they're doing it completely willingly. Maybe they're under pressure for some particular reason. But I just wonder, being someone who hasn't called that particular shot and having to carry out something heinous, how would it make you feel? People are already noticing big artifacts from the cherry picks images. I mean, it's a work in progress, right? So in theory, they should get a pass. I don't think they deserve it on this one though. I think they've gone beyond that point. Orange beard not necessary. What time's your flight, Dan? I'd love to fly out from City Airport. You're gonna have some nice views, dude. The plane will go up over Canary Wharf. I don't actually know how much you'll be able to see because, like, the plane will be directly above Canary Wharf before it turns right. But yeah, man, landing and taking off from City Airport is something I do want to experience in real life. Done it plenty of times in in flight sim. It's time to do it in reality. They do have some interesting planes there. I also think it's very cool that the DLR literally runs right beside the airport as well. What an interesting concept, man. An airport slap bang in, not necessarily the centre of London, but I mean close enough. It's a shame that like not even the preservation team were able to really save this route. I believe this was a rivet job, right? They really like came on board with a stinker, man. I mean, it's tough. I like it. I like the route. Like it's a nice route in terms of the route itself, the line itself, and the scenery. But how it's been virtualized has been atrocious, man. Like, no wonder we're not getting any more Swiss content. Like, none of the licensing, none of the TOCs want to license their brand in TSW. I wouldn't either if I saw this. Bro said the airport needs to go. Heathrow is bad enough. Isn't Heathrow one of the like biggest or busiest? Oh god. Airports in the world. Excuse me, man. I'm really tired. I'm still up for some Motorfest though. There was a lot going on yesterday, man. Strike Force will save it. You know what? A man can hope. A man can hope, man. I hope so. I really do. Hope so. Like I said, though, is it savable? I don't know, man. I feel like if somebody tried to remaster this, it would end up worse than Kern Aachen. To run DLSS 5, you need 2 RTX 5090s. I was gonna say, are you kidding? But I don't think you are. It makes sense because the thing is, like, it's literally like you're literally generating AI images. You're no longer doing the frame thing. So you've basically got in one way or another, you've got your own like at home. It's not an LLM, is it? But I don't know, AI model of some sort. Gonna go in an Irish pub soon. I was very, 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 very close to going to one. It was after my sister-in-law's wedding, and we were just out, sort of, well, just enjoying the night. And then it got to the time where like everything was closing. It was like, I don't know, 2 in the morning, I think, 3 in the morning. And then the Irish pub was still about. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I do not want to go to no Irish pub, man. I just want to go home. Not that I've got anything against the Irish, that the idea just didn't really appeal to me. I mean, pubs in general don't appeal to me. Something about an Irish pub at 3 in the morning just didn't really feel positive. Okay, so now the dynamic braking is really on point. The troops that were here during the 1920-ish were known as the Black and Tans because of what they wear. Might be biased, but some say they're up there with a certain German army force that has 2 letters. It has 2 letters. Who? I forgot. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember. What's the issue, Nabil? The issue is just that it hasn't been done properly, bro. I think that the vegetation issue, if I'm not mistaken, is a lighting issue. It just hasn't been done well. Like, I appreciate the intention. I appreciate somewhat the effort by Fullers, especially as like a first time job. I'll be dead honest though, bro. I'll be dead honest, man. I would rather it have stayed in Todd 3 than almost kind of made worse. A lot of people feel quite similarly about East Coastway as well. I haven't really like delved in too deep on that route after the remaster, but apparently there are a lot of issues that weren't issues before. So good to see the pattern of things that are meant to make the game better, making the game worse, still continuing on. With a route this old, see? With a route this old, you never know whether the signal's red because you haven't closed your doors, or whether because there's actually another train on the way. Good old days. It's nice 20 degrees today. Yeah, you know what? Even here, it's really nice today. It started off very cold. And to be fair, even when the sun was out, I mean, it still kind of is out. But when I was out earlier, there was a cold breeze. It wasn't like, you know, there's that nice one that you sometimes get when it's sunny. This one was just cold. Not pleasant at all. Irish pubs when the music is going and they're drunk is nuts. Very loud. Yeah, I think that was partly it as well. I didn't want to get into any passa. And I was driving that night. So I had enough to drink at the place we were at before. And you know I go strong with my Ray and nephew. And I was like, you know what? Just want to go home, man. Like already I'm concerned that if I was to get pulled over, it wouldn't be great. Let's not make it any worse. And at some point, you have to. There has to be an end, right? We have to roll credits at some point in the night. The letters come up to R in the alphabet. I don't want to say it. What comes up? ST. At least East Coast, we got TSW 6 specific features, updated trains and bugs and fixes, and not just a total upgrade. Yes, in comparison to Köln Aachen. However, it also introduced allegedly new ones. So I would even remove that from the list of pros, to be honest. Also, the speed limits are all wrong. Well, the HUD is wrong. But yeah, Köln Aachen. I mean, I think I said this at the time. I see that as an update to the routes. I don't think I'd classify that as a remaster. The route was updated to the new lighting. Cool. That's it. That was the only real meaningful update. And even that wasn't really done well. And now it's just going to be left like that. Which is a shame. That's the problem with TSW, and when things get touched on or updated. Or even when routes will get made. It will happen once, and then that's it. So now Köln Aachen's been remastered. That's it. However it was done, whether it was done well or not, it's been done. For you, the route runs fine. I think a lot of the bugs were... A lot of them were train specific. But there were some route things as well that I've seen in the forums, although none really come to mind at the moment. Convenient, eh? Hey, why are there people wearing coats but only halfway? It's a new fashion coat. Wearing coats but only halfway? What do you mean? I can't even picture what that looks like. And no, that is not a fashion thing here. Like, do you mean like it's like down, like to their arms? What are you saying about City Transport Simulator? I don't know, bro. I mean, I didn't read too much in detail. Like, I saw the text, I kind of skimmed through it. But ultimately, to me, and maybe TSW has just like damaged me, but the minute I see 2026 or just a new game of the same game, I already have no hope. I'll be honest. Like, it's already been ruined. One shoulder is off. You do get like those like fashion orientated people that sometimes dress quite odd, but apparently it's fashion. But in terms of like generally speaking, that's not a thing, no. Because CTS players can upgrade to CTS 2026 for free. They really are just copy and dovetail. So then what's the point? Just build the game. Just build on the game, man. So what? Now moving forward, if this is going to be a regular thing where every year it's a new CTS, so are they going to intentionally limit themselves in how far they can develop the game so that they save certain features or certain progress for next year's iteration? It's a convenient excuse. Imagine if Sim released every year. Imagine if Euro Truck released every year. Imagine that was the path that SCS went down. I think that for me really puts things into perspective and how detrimental that whole ideology is. Oh yeah. Yeah. One of the few things London's got going for it. In a hypothetical world where, you know, that was a thing, I think 8 to 10 out of 10 is a fairly accurate score. Doesn't sound right. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Not even as a hypothetical. CTS 2026 is built for long-term support with ongoing updates, new vehicles, cities, and features. This is a living simulation that keeps evolving. What is it with these brands and games and devs and studios and these bloody AI-style one-liners? It probably is just straight-up AI. Simra would have no new features. You know what? That's actually a fair point. Or who knows? Maybe that would like push them to do things a little bit differently. But I'm not gonna lie. If I had to choose between Simra as it is now, with DLC that releases once every time the UK has a new king or queen, also England has a new king or queen, or a yearly release but more DLC, I would choose the former, man. This game has made me really against yearly releases. Also FIFA, I don't even play FIFA. And yes, I'm still going to call it FIFA because that's what it is, really. I'm not a FIFA player. Even F1, just basically any game that has yearly iterations can go in the bin. I hate that whole concept. I don't think so excuse me. I don't think marketing is a good enough excuse for it, in my honest opinion. For variants, endless possibility. Okay, for variants, endless possibilities. That is an AI one-liner, bro. Yeah. Endless possibilities with 4 variants. 4. The audacity, the cheek. That marketing team is working overtime, man. And they've got nothing to show for it. Can we speak the Queen's English, please? Absolutely not, lad. You might have to go up to Whirlwind Garden City for that. The C2 is priced at 20. Wait, it doesn't come with the game. I thought it came with the game. 1999, and let's not forget, it's unbranded. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the image of the thing that you sent me, the logo is just black at the front. There was no star. It is unbranded. That is diabolical, man. Because even if it was branded, I would understand the pricing more, but I would still not be in agreement with it. Jackson, if she meant that much to you, come pay your respects, man. And then maybe you teach me the Queen's English. How about that? What a quaint little route, man. An absolute chore to do the journey mode, but all in all, it's a cute route, man. Dan, I feel like you just picked up your professor's jacket, put on your specs, and got to business. But yes, I agree. I agree with your theory. I am from London, yes. However, I don't tend to speak the Queen's English, so therefore I wouldn't satisfy your need to hear it. The audacity to list functional wipers as a feature. I mean, some jokes write themselves. A lot of the time, you see stuff like that, and even if you knew nothing about the franchise or the studio, using your brain, you know, you'd be able to put two and two together and just straight away discern that, yeah, this game is not worth putting out the wallet for. I got the DLC now for the Mirio. Maybe, perhaps. Oh, wow. Maybe, perhaps a TSC stream next week with it on the new route. Although it may not be fantastic. I don't know. It'll be a new experience for me. Maybe just for one day. Standard deviation can be used for a lot of things. Mate, you little engineering twat, don't bring me those words again. That gave me like internal shudders. PTSD in full force. Yeah, that's the thing. Between Fern Bus, I think the bus is coming to console as well, right? The boss, even like Train Sim World, like maybe they wouldn't be a lot of people's first choice if they had a PC, but yeah, on console, here's what it is. I mean, just thinking back to my days with a console, the last console I had was a PS3, just to give you context for the era that I was a console gamer. And man, I would have to have any of those games, I'll be honest, be it TSW, The Boss, Fern Boss, Tourist Bus Sim, any of the ones that we could dog on. Man, I would have done some questionable things for that experience back when I was on console, man. I mean, Jackson, if like you're into that, it fulfills that sort of desire, I think, pretty okay. However, it's the physics, bro. Like, when I'm playing something that touts itself as a sim, I'm expecting I'm expecting simulation. I'm expecting something to reflect reality. And that's where it lets me down. Big time. Big time. What I used to do that kept it like fun for me. I don't like making the whole route thing. You guys know this, even in like train games. I don't like having my own company and building routes. I don't really care for like that side of like an economy feature. I like being like an employee, if that makes sense. But I had fun. Yeah, no. So I had fun playing Fernbus. I downloaded the real Flixbus app, and then I would like choose a starting city, maybe based on where I ended last. Find a place to start, and then on the app on my phone, I would see the journeys from there, and then I would do something that I can align with like what's in the game. So I'd basically be doing like real life services, which was cool. That was a fun way to play for me. But yeah, gonna get over the hurdle of the physics, man. Eventually. But when I was playing, 2-3 hour sessions at a time, easy. I remember Cardo being absolutely shocked at my my score. I agree, Dan, completely with your above comment. Lists every single livery as a separate key feature. I mean, you know what, ASR? In the world of TSW, I'm not too mad at that. And it's actually a banger of a DLC, so I think they can get a pass for that one. Definitely questionable, and I would definitely be a lot more critical if it was another company, another studio that did that. However, being was it Vectron Simulations or something, I'm happy to let it slide. I am not an economics professor at all, Jackson. Why not be the CEO? Nah, man. Even in Eurotruck, like when I hire drivers and stuff, I'm not getting myself in the mood or like in the brain, like the mindset of, okay, I'm a CEO of a trucking company and I need to like manage certain things. Bro, I do it to make money. More drivers means residual income. I like that. Wait, what do you mean the water, Dan? What's up with the water here? Have a safe flight, my man. Appreciate you stopping by. See you on the other side. 33 kilometers an hour. You got to talk to. Oh, what's this train operating company called again? Ay, 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 ay. What is going on? Hello? RHB. You got to ask them about that. Ratishabad. Sandbox mode, no restrictions, full freedom. Bro, these are AI one-liners, man. It's so obvious. I don't get it, bro. Like, oh, these are people that like do this for work. Put your own spin on it. Use AI as inspiration. That's fine, but don't just straight up copy it. Didn't even removed you. I didn't even notice the emoji. That is one of ChatGPT's favorites. I'll tell you that from experience. Also, police walking around casually with the G36. Yeah, that's just airport vibes. You won't really see that on the street, except if you're like near Parliament or Downing Street. Do ask your very important question, Jackson, please. How can you live in the UK and take these unarmed muppets with silly little hats? Seriously. Are you talking about the police? Well, a lot of people don't. That's the bottom line. A lot of people don't take them seriously. I mean, look at the crime rate. What's there to take seriously? Broken Airport Police, especially, with like carrying big guns. Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, over there they have like a pride thing as well. You know, they feel like they've got the biggest pieces in the world. Yeah, absolutely, Jackson. Absolutely, bro. And with all due respect, hate it if you want to hate it, hate me if you want to hate me. I'm not gonna lie, facts are facts. There's a lot of women officers that find themselves in situations where they shouldn't be. Like the amount of videos I've seen across like decades at this point of them being like unable to do something, to do anything with a criminal is ridiculous. So like the police force are already a bit of a joke. And then you've got two women police officers still with a big hench guy with a knife. Cops don't have guns back up on serious situations. Yeah, but you've got like armed police then, right? Why don't they get guns then? Funding probably. It's probably the biggest reason. Secondly, maybe they just don't want trouble. Like if somebody gets shot. I mean, in 2011 somebody got shot, and that caused riots that shut London down for about a week.
Okay, please give us a credit, and we will give you back money after the war.
Jackson, you're opening up a whole can of worms that, you know. Hate me if you wanna hate me, man. Like me if you wanna like me. I don't care. Yeah, facts are facts. And not everything is for everyone. In London, do police officers walk around sometimes with big ass guns? Around Parliament, around Downing Street, like protected areas that need security and protection, basically. Airports as well, but you wouldn't just be walking down the street and see them. The only other time you would see them is if they're if there's like a specific response by the armed police. Usually they have BMW X. Well, no, they used to have X5s. I think now they have Volvos. And big blue vans. But again, they're only used for like specific situations. The thing is, in London, we don't even have police officers patrolling. There are community support officers that are like a step below. But we don't have police that just patrol, like that just walk around. You'll see them driving around. They're always driving around, always driving. But you'll never see them actually on the streets walking up and down. And you sort of add all of these things together, and it becomes quite obvious as to why London's, you know, in the state that it's in. Kingsguard, yeah. Oh yeah, Buckingham Palace as well. They're posted out there with guns. Yeah, basically like those types of areas. I don't think I know any other country that police need an unpoliced special unit. Yeah, I can't give you a specific reason for why the situation is what it is. But you would have thought if we had a competent person in charge of certain things, that problem would have been resolved by now, considering the crime rate, even from as back as 10 years ago. Yeah, no, counter-terrorism is something completely different as well. Did I see the Queen in person in real life? I don't think so, no. But I saw the King by accident. You know when Morocco were doing well with the World Cup, when they beat Spain? And there was like a big meet-up in Trafalgar Square of like Moroccans going to celebrate. And everyone on the way there was just like sounding their horns and just moving mad. And then literally like on the way there, just randomly, I just see like a convoy go past. And he was just chilling at the back. And this was like the same week, I think, that he became king. So it was strange that I saw him straight away and I never saw the Queen. In Barcelona, sometimes I see 5 policemen walk around places with lots of people with like submachine guns. Yeah, but see, you see something like that, and surely, if you want to be up to no good, it puts at least some fear in you or some concern. And a lot of the time, that by itself will be enough to prevent crime. It's similar to security guards. I did a course a couple of years ago, like like a course to become like security. And I learned on that course, security people that you'll see at shops, for example, they can't do anything. They can't do anything. They can't touch someone who's stealing, for example. They can't do anything. Like we were specifically instructed that when we go to work, we don't get involved in anything. Like the real purpose, at least in the UK, for security guards in shops, is for prevention. That somebody might see you and think, "Uh-oh, I better not do anything I shouldn't be doing." That was wild for me to find out. Absolutely wild. This part of the route is the most interesting to me. I mean, it's different from everything we have in the game. To this day, I don't think we have a section like this. I don't know about Bernina Line. I played Bernina Line, but not enough to know for sure. But I feel like I would remember. But yeah, this is very unique, man. Very, very unique. And I find it quite cool that a train can go from mountain passes and then just be driving on the road. So you say in the UK you don't have patrols? No, not foot patrols. We have vehicle patrols, but not foot patrols. Sure. Is it sure or is it sure? I feel like it might be sure, but I've always pronounced it sure. Hard K? No, you're lying. It's not cur. I'm gonna need to research that. I think I'm only in doubt because I've been so sure of it being sure. No pun intended. There aren't many foot patrols that do many vehicle in a sort of conflicted area or a busy area. But that's the thing. Even in a conflictive area, you're not going to see any patrols here. Not foot ones anyway. Do you know that for sure, Jackson, or are you speculating? You know that for sure? Okay. I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I really don't like it. I much prefer my one. But if it's right, it's right. What can I do? Oh, you've been there? Lucky you, man. I've been wanting to come here since... I think it's this route that really made me want to come to Switzerland for, like, train stuff. Bro, these are big yawns. Oh my god. This is not a game I should be playing right now. I need to play Motorfest, man. I'm missing Motorfest. So it's like I inject adrenaline into my veins. I don't know why I struggled so much to say that. Hop on now, bro. I'm tempted, man. I really am. Cool. So it just sounds like a burp. I don't know how to explain it to an English one. Cheers. I feel like that's something that Nabil would say after hearing a Chinese and an Indian. If there's some conflictive areas which for policemen are a no-go, they're too bad. Oh, boo-hoo. So who do the police call then? Whose bloody job is it? Like chore, but with a U. Yeah, I was gonna... I was thinking, I don't think so. Did I see the new trains for Morocco? No. But, oh, wait, you sent me it, didn't you? Yeah. I don't really remember what it looks like. Does it look a little bit like a Vectron? I'm trying to remember it from memory. Like a dragon. Okay, yeah. I think it was nice. Pretty like I don't know, pretty basic. I don't remember the livery. I remember it was the body was white and then I think like the text was red. I got like a really quick look at it. I saw it like literally a second. I think I was either in conversation or I was going somewhere. This is a safety system, isn't it? I pressed shift enter, control enter, and it didn't turn on. So never lock your doors on red. Howdy, Sammy. How you doing, mate? This is... Yeah. Thank you, Nabil. Finding some new trades and not used ones. Yeah, right. The Swiss tradition was that... Wait, what's Swiss tradition? Yeah, Galado back into civilization, safe and sound, man. Good for you. You remember having trouble with these trains? Was it the physics? The physics is completely, like, broken. The bells on the back moving up and down. Bro, I don't know what you're referring to. Like it's not even like a vague memory. I just have no idea. Zoot and stream setting in for the evening. Flipping decent, bro. Oh. Like, oh, I don't know, man. The way you do things is such a vibe. Or you just have a way of, like, saying it. And it just makes it so, like, desirable. That's what I used to do when I used to work Subway. When I used to work at Subway, Jesus. Yeah, man. There was like a period of time when like I quit for like 4 or 5 years, and then I came back to it for a short while. I'd come home, load up a stream, just zoot it up, legs up, and that's it. That was my evening, man. And obviously food, and it was great. It was really great. It looks zesty. Bro, are you referring to a train? Like, what are you referring to? This is how lost I am. Oh, they were twerking. They were twerking with the bells. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting, bro. That was very interesting. That was, yeah, man. I mean, look, each of their own, innit? What's going on here? Hey, he just avoided me. What are these lot doing? Oh, Christ almighty. These are all meant to be on a red light. That's the first time running this route, and I put hours into this route. But that's the first time I've ever seen that behavior. And I wonder if... I'd put money on this. I wonder if a recent update broke that. Somewhat of a recent update in recent years. Because I've never seen that behavior on this route, ever. Can we get some kid songs from you, please? Brother, go and find like a World of Sodor game stream. You can ask over there. I'm sure you'll get a positive response. Wait, what? At home, Sammy? That sounds like an office space type of vibe. How does that work? Average Simrail experience. You know what? Simrail is a lot closer to TSW than a lot of people would like to think or like to admit. Me singing? Absolutely not. Yeah, go on then, Sammy. Let's have a gander. What are you looking for exactly? Jackson, I just saw your video, by the way. I'm gonna play it now. It better not have an ad. Core. Ugh. It gets worse and worse. I'll stick to sure. You know what, mate? You know what? I like that. It's homey. It's homey. I do sport the ashi, and I like it. We had it at home growing up. It's very like Moroccan traditional. type. But yeah, like it feels homey. That's my kind of vibe, man. Perfect place to spark up as well, in all honesty. But yeah, so what do you do about like, you know, food and sleep? How does that all work? Do a cheeky sea lion sound, bro. I've done it once, and I think I said there and then I'm never doing that again. What can I tell you? Why do you want me to be cringe? Why do you want me to be cringe? Is this how we boost? Is this how we boost viewership? I got to be cringe and do cringe things. You know what? To be fair, I wouldn't be entirely against the idea of having cringe or silly stuff on like a channel points redemption, like a fairly significant channel points redemption. But the thing is, it's a blessing and a curse, because most of you here have been here for a while and are very loyal. So no matter how high I price certain things, you're just gonna spam it. And it's just gonna be ridiculous. Is anyone on 100k channel points? I know Nabil's not. He loves Zelensky too much to be on 100k channel points. That's crazy, Sammy. That's how I used to live when I was living in Kensington, in my my room that I was paying 1,000 quid for. Just over, actually. Kettle in my room, microwave in my room, bed in my room. What more does one need? Also, it flooded one time.
I'm very honest. Give us 2 months of ceasefire, we will go to elections. That's it.
It wasn't insane, but it was a flood. There was water all over the floor, like you could splash it. The roof would leak. That was crazy, man. I'll be very honest. Maybe I shouldn't say this. I won't. But I got my get back. We'll put it like that. In multiple ways. That whole thing was very interesting. It was my first big step. Well, no, it was a big step in the direction of growth and maturity, just moving out. You know what? I'd love to go back to that moment, or just to that time of experiencing living alone for the first time as someone who loves their own space. What a dream. Did I see the AI generated video of Netanyahu? Yeah, there's a couple of them apparently. Or is it just the one in the coffee shop? You'd boost viewership by burning your house down. You're not wrong. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Looking at how things have gone the past year, I don't think that would work. Still get your bedroom. Yeah, that's solid. Sammy, you should have got flipping Motorfest. You should have got Motorfest. Nabil and I would have got you addicted to it. I feel like the more you play, the more it's enjoyable. I also want to go on like not a like 100% completion streak, but I do want to complete like all the activities, and there's just so much to do, man. What a game. Like honestly, I was so impressed by the Crew 2 and how it was being refreshed weekly for what, 5-6 years, something ridiculous. Or was it 4? I don't know. However long it was ridiculous. And they're doing it again, but even bigger seemingly with Motorfest. I feel like it would have been so easy to do worse with how high they set the bar, but they're killing it, man. Also, regarding Forza Horizon 6, I've decided I don't think I'm going to buy it. I say I've decided, then I say I don't think. Clearly, I'm still in two minds, but I don't think I'm going to buy it because it's cool. Graphically, it's beautiful. The cast selection is insane, although they're only starting with a small selection. Japan is a sick location. That's all very nice. and it's just one thing that's stopping me, and it's the roads. In the city, it's nice, it's fine, but you get to the country and the highways and a single lane, and this has been the case forever on Horizon games. A single lane can fit like 3 or 4 cars side by side. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. I understand the game's meant to be fun, but you can have a bit of fun and a bit of realism. It doesn't necessarily need to be a 1-to-1 scale, but it doesn't also need to be 4 truck lengths wide either. It just completely ruins the immersion for me, and that was what put me off Forza Horizon 5 in the end. One, it was just the game started to feel boring, even with the seasonal stuff. And 2, for just driving around in free roam, which is what I like to do. Number 1, I got tired of the map. It was very easy to, like, not memorize, but like, the freshness was gone very quickly, and just the roads were trash, absolutely trash. $240K, that's crazy. Sammy does 70K. Would anybody here watch a Ukraine vlog if you did one? I think I'd be open to watching any vlog of yours, like go visiting a different country. I'd give it a try. Like I'd be down to. Like I said, I don't really consume that. The only type of that content I consume is shy. That's literally it. But I would be open to watching your content on that. Landlords charge crazy for some places. Oh man, it's crazy. It is crazy. It was literally just because of the location. There was no other reason for it. And even the location wasn't actually that great. But yeah, man. I remember my bed, the way everything was, my bed was right by the window, and the window never closed properly. So I used to get spiders coming in all the time. There was a big tree in the garden, and there was always spiders. So I had to put sellotape at the bottom of the windowsill to block the crack. I say crack, it was an opening. They never bothered me, to be fair, which was great, but I wasn't down for that, man. You're addicted to just another PC. No, but you're handheld. You could have got it in the handheld. It was a steal, man, and I'm sure it runs well as well. MoFS is a game that runs surprisingly well, all things considered. One month ago, he said you're going to get Ultimate Edition. Yes, but 1 month ago, I hadn't seen any gameplay videos yet, boss. Now I've seen the gameplay videos, and I'm so glad other people are seeing it as well. Like, so many comments on that video were saying the same thing. I think it was the one I sent you. Just so disappointing, man. Like thinking back, going back to Need for Speed Most Wanted, for example, because that was the only Need for Speed I spent so much time on. The roads weren't a realistic size, but they weren't ridiculous either. It was fun. Mexican map is total buns. I don't think it was terrible. Like, it was a good concept. It fit, I guess, the Forza Horizon theme. Too small in my opinion, too repetitive, horrible roads. Considered filming some travel vlogs. Go do it, man. Honestly, do it. I don't know if it's just a personal thing or what, but I always push for people to, like, create content, because you never know where you might find your your flame, like something you're really good at. You got a gaming laptop instead, even better, man. Because then you could just plug your controller into it, and then yeah. I play with a PS5 controller. Do I think they will change? No. No. If they would change at some point, I think it would have been for this one. I don't know exactly how much noise is usually made about it. I don't hang around on the forums or like anything of the sort. The light making here is terrible, by the way. I don't know where this lighting is coming from in the cab. Why is it like lights? I don't really get it. It should be pitch black. Anywho, TOD3, I guess maybe. Yeah. And let's be honest, it's gonna be another what 3-4 years before the next one. I'm gonna be in my mid-30s, bruv. I don't know if I'm still gonna be gaming or I would hope so. I would genuinely hope so. But I don't know. It definitely won't be like what it is now. So I feel like this is my like last chance to enjoy Forza Horizon, and I just don't see it happening. The Hot Wheels DLC for Forza was total crap. Yeah, I agree. I was so disappointed with that. So I missed out on Forza Horizon 4, where I believe they did the Lego stuff. And I'm a sucker for realism. And yes, Forza Horizon is not a sim, but real cars and, you know, real places, stuff like that. So for them to come out with, and you know, I bought the Ultimate Edition. I'm thinking, yeah, like, what is it gonna be? You know, because you know, back in the day, the DLCs were like other countries or other cities or whatever it was. Real value for money. I'm thinking, man, like, I can't wait to see, you know, what I'm gonna get, what's gonna be revealed. Da 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 da. Flipping Hot Wheels, bruv. It was like the Thomas announcement for TSW. It was like that type of disappointment. You have zero clue about editing, Jackson. So did I when I started, bro. YouTube, just YouTube tutorials to this day. See, like when I do, I'm not really super creative, like generally speaking, but there are times when I'll just have a creative idea, and I'll have basically I'll envision something, and I have no idea how to bring it to reality. I just go on YouTube, bro. There's tutorials for everything. Anything that you see in your mind. How do you do this XYZ in Premiere Pro, for example, whatever software you'd like to use. I do that for Premiere Pro. I do that for Photoshop. Sammy's recommending DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, man. Do a bit of like research. See what you might, see what stands out. Everything's gonna have its pros and cons, right? It's just about what would suit you the best, or what sounds the most appealing to you. I used to use it's not called this anymore, but Sony Vegas. I think it's just called Vegas nowadays. I'll never forget moving to Premiere Pro from that and feeling the disappointment that I felt. Premiere Pro had a much bigger aura than it does now. And I was thinking, yeah, like this is gonna be sick. It wasn't sick, bro. I much preferred Sony Vegas. I thought I was going to stop here. TSW tunnel moment. Well, more specifically, TSW TOD3 tunnel moment. Let's be honest. Generally speaking, modern day routes are a lot better for that. Forza Horizon 7 set in Morocco to bring you back. That's a tough one, bro. That's tough. If the roads were good. If the roads were good, yes. Need a GoPro? Bro, you'll be shocked what you can do on your phone. Genuinely. You'll be shocked what you can do with a phone and a decent microphone. I don't know what you daily, but if it's an iPhone, probably even better. I think iPhone is the best for content creation. DJI Osmo Pocket. is it that I've got? Well, the missus has got something, but it's what I used to use for my camera stand. I'd get annoyed when it would auto rotate. It was just a stand though. It was just a stand. But yeah, it would auto rotate. It had like a camera that would basically track you. Very cool. Just not good for my use case. And I think it's slightly faulty. You could land an A380 on those roads. Legit. Yeah, it's so disappointing, man. I'm so glad Motorfest exists. Because it's those two games that have sort of carried the torch from Test Drive Unlimited 2. The mods for Test Drive Unlimited and Test Drive Unlimited 2, by the way, are crazy. There's a mod that adds like 800 cars to Test Drive Unlimited 1, I think. HD textures, more races. You got a drone already? Bro, you're good, man. Use whatever's in your hands. Whatever you have available to you, use, man. I wanted like a proper camera for like my face cam for so long. The whole time I've got my old phone that I could have used that I'm now using. And like, it's completely solved my problem. I'm very, very, very happy with my camera quality. I don't see a need to change it at all. Sony also do a nice action cam, but you know what? There are quite a few. You got what's it called? Insta 360, I think. That I think's pretty solid as well, from what I've seen about it. Little camera, little neck. Yeah. You like it? It basically clips on to like where the phone is, So it's right below your phone. It has like a light as well, like a ring light. It's not a ring, but it's a light. With various different settings. Honestly, especially for the price, I'm not gonna lie, quality, proper quality. It's just a weirdness, just what seems to be mechanical failures. Thought about meta glasses, nah. Unless you're gonna make like reels and stuff on the side and YouTube shorts, I don't think that's the way to go. Just down to the quality you'll get from a phone. Especially because you've got an iPhone. It's going to be so much better, man, than Meta glasses. Insta makes good stuff, but it's expensive, though, isn't it? Quite pricey. I mean, I don't know about now, but a few years ago when I actually saw one of the reviews, it was rough. But it seemed like it did what it did really flipping well. So if that's gonna be somebody's like full-time thing, it's more than worth it in my opinion. Mark, how you doing, my man? It's a 360 Titan. It definitely wasn't. I feel like I would remember if the one I saw the review on was called Titan. That's a very like memorable name. I don't think it was that. But I'm assuming that's a step up above what I saw, and what I saw was already impressive. How much is a Titan, just out of curiosity? 8 sensors on it. Honestly, Jackson, find the microphone, probably a DJI one, that would attach to either your phone or the GoPro. So your audio is sorted. And then try with the iPhone. That's what I would say. Try with the iPhone. Even potentially do a bit of research on the camera settings so you can tune whatever, so you just get the perfect shot. Try that. If you're not too satisfied with it, feel free to get a GoPro. But I think it would be worth trying just to save you a couple bucks. Not sure about the batteries at all. About the size of a football, flipping hell. So that sounds like a professional grade product then, no? $4,000. Yeah, it sounds like it's professional grade. Overkill for like what I would imagine any regular person would use it for. Yeah, but you can get head mounting gear for. Bro, I've got. You helped me find my missing Vaseline. Thank you. Although I've been enjoying using my aloe vera one. Oh, snap. Shucks. If you remember when I was doing my food delivery stuff and I was considering streaming it, I bought like I got this thing from Amazon for not like super expensive. And it's basically a chest mount and a head mount as well. You got two separate mounts. You can mount your phone horizontally, vertically. And I had no issues with it. The only issues I had were with audio. And looking back, it may have just been worth investing in a microphone, but I wasn't thinking like that. I was broke. Let's call a spade a spade. I was broke. Even if I thought about it. No chance. But, yeah. Jackson. I'm always gonna say give it a go, man. You know, you mount things securely. Bro, I had this thing on a bike on London roads. London roads. They're laughable. I was told my wife today we were outside on a walk pushing the buggy. And then she made a comment about how bad like the pavement was, and the roads are the same. And it's like I said to her, paying tax for things like this, it's like pouring water into sand. You're paying for nothing basically. And it held. I had it on my chest. The only issue I had was because of the weight of the phone. It would tilt a little bit, no matter how hard I tightened. Well, eventually I tightened the screw hard enough that it stopped tilting, unless I was on like a really, really rough bump. But it held, man. You know, you do a due diligence. However, if it makes more sense to you to do it the GoPro way, then obviously, you do what's best for you. What's on that paper, Nabil? Good question, boss. Let's have a little gander. Nothing. Nothing at all. Who would have thought? Oh, I like this FOV. Yeah, I feel like this is what you'd see from a driver's eye perspective. GoPro Hero 12 is like $250. Well, what's the most recent one? 14. I mean, honestly, Jackson, like I said, man, if that works best for you, go ahead. I think I always try to think of like cost-saving ways within reason as well. Like not in a silly way. I mean, you can just get the stuff from Amazon, to be honest. With the risk that comes with, but usually you're alright. Am I an express service or an ECS or what? No, it seems to be a passenger service, just an express straight to the top. That's kind of decent, actually. I would like that. Does editing softwares cost anything? Well, if you really want something to be free, you can get it for free. However, all the good ones do cost, yes. But you don't have to. You don't have to. Oh, DaVinci Resolve is free. Well, that's worth considering then. Honestly, if you're going to be working with 4K content, Jackson, you're going to want a decent bit of RAM, decent bit of memory, and also a decent GPU as well. I would say I would advise 32 gigs of RAM. You can get away with 16, but I would advise 32. But anything, yeah, like what Sammy's saying, 1080p, I can't advise too tough on that. But just from personal experience, you do want something with a bit of oomph. A very interesting perspective, one that most of us simply never notice. Whether it's navigating with a stroller or stuff like a wheelchair, people encounter obstacles we rarely think about. They will notice flaws and challenges that we usually overlook or don't pay much attention to. Yes, that's how change is. That's how change is done, man. I think everyone's gifted in every capacity. I see certain people with, especially when it comes to like autism. I don't really see autism as some sort of handicap. I think it's a plus. Like if you've got autism, and like I've never seen someone with autism that hasn't got an incredible gift in a very particular area. But even generally speaking, everyone's got that thing that they can sort of bring a change to. I was thinking about it today. There's something that stuck out to me. That stuck out to me for a while actually. That I really believe it needs to change. And it made me think about how experiences are so important, and it's so important that everyone has their own unique experiences. So that's, the gift within them comes out. But what also stood out to me was I was thinking to myself, okay, I've seen this flaw. And now I need to do something about it for the change that I would like to see happen. Because maybe nobody else has noticed it, or maybe it hasn't struck that particular chord in anybody else. Like you see all great people in history that have come up with like great inventions and whose names are cemented in history. It's all they all had their own like little unique things, and they're all the unique things that bothered them that they needed to work out or needed to find out about. Like how many people have seen things drop before Isaac Newton? How many people saw things just fall, be it whatever, apples or otherwise? But an apple dropped on this guy, and he looked at the apple and thought, how did this happen then? And he just went at it. You can review in 1080. Yeah, you can like, at least on Premiere Pro, you can do half, quarter, or an eighth of the resolution in your preview, and you can output in whatever resolution you want. Thank you very much for the raid, Mark. Appreciate you. Where's my sound alert? It's always sleeping. Yeah, always research, Traxxon, man. No matter what we say here in chat, always do your research, bro. Gave up at FC26. I'm not surprised to hear that. What is it this time with it? End up smashing a window. Are you playing Ultimate Team? I don't mind going back to FIFA, you know. The last FIFA I properly owned was FIFA 16, I think. That tells you something. Nabil, low key, bro. So do I. But the problem is with this game, if you don't get it in September, when the latest one comes out, it's always gonna you're always gonna be too late. Like so, it's almost gonna be like it's not worthless, but it's like now it's okay. It's March, but say when it gets to like June, July, there's just no point, man. You might as well just wait for the next one. But then obviously when it comes out, it's way overpriced. So it leaves you, if you're not like a hardcore football fan, you're left in a bit of a rut. Oh yeah, Sammy's actually a perfect person to talk to about it, Jackson. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. They tackle you for no reason if you don't have a ball. What, is that online though, or is this career mode? How much is it in the bill? I know it always goes on sale for like a significant amount. Still too much though for me. Why don't you just pirate it? You might as well pirate it at least to see if it's worth it or not for you, and then if you think it is, then buy it. Not possible, really? Hasn't it always been possible to pirate FIFA? Yeah, Mark online, bro. I don't even want to. I feel sick just thinking about it, and I've never played Ultimate Team in my life. Well, funnily enough, I've only played it on my phone. I think the issue as well is that I don't watch football. I think if I watched football, I'd be a lot more inclined to buy it. At least I'd know the players, sort of like the up to date things, and I can appreciate now that they've got the detail in like the Champions League, and like the footage in the tunnels and all that, like immersive, the things that make the experience immersive that I wish was back in, was on FIFA back in the day. I can't really appreciate it the way I would like to, because I don't see that in reality. I think I was talking about it yesterday when we were talking about like watching cab ride videos and stuff, and how much that increases the immersion when you play then with that train or with that deal, that route, when you run that route in the game. It's a whole different experience when you've actually seen the real thing. They all have not cracked in the town at the forum. Oh, crazy! They've they've switched up their game. Hungry people, bro. I hate them. I Mark. The game's the game, bro. The game's the game, man. It is what it is. Nabil and I play the Crew Motorfest pretty often now, and the sweaty stuff I see, bro, it's insane. But you got to do it yourself. You got to do it yourself. Otherwise, you just get left behind. I'm gonna go and mute real quick. 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes. Sorry, 2 seconds. Okay, that was closer to 2 minutes and 2 seconds. But we're back. The game is me not breaking window and controller. You know what, Mark? Fair enough, mate. Honestly, Jackson, for my videos that I do for Train Sim World, I cut the beginning, the excess. I cut the end. I put in my subscribe and follow me on Twitch. I fade out, fade to black at the end, and that's it. I call that editing. A shy style travel vlog, Jackson, would be impressive, mate. If you can pull it off. I always imagine when I'm watching his videos how much he actually records and how much he cuts out. And I always wonder, how do you choose like what you keep in and what you don't from hours and hours and hours and hours of video? Fade out to black at the end is crucial. Well, I do it so it aligns with, you know, the end of YouTube videos where it recommends you stuff. I do it so it aligns with that. But it is crucial, yes. Subtitles are, you know what? Okay, I don't remember the name of it, but there's a software for Premiere Pro at least. Not sure if it works on DaVinci Resolve. Not sure if DaVinci Resolve has like one for it, but it's basically an AI thing, and I've used it before. It's very impressive. It can sort out your audio, like fix your audio. It can cut out silences. It can give you like a podcast style if you've got multiple videos and that's like what you're doing. It can add subtitles for you that you can then edit. Very impressive, and I think it's only like £20 a month. So you can save yourself work if the tools are available, and save yourself a lot of work, like potentially hours. Yeah, it's been a while, isn't it, Nabil, since you've put a video up, I feel like. You'd still need to go over things, Jackson, and sort of clean it up yourself and, you know, make sure everything is done properly. But that is nothing compared to the time you would have spent doing everything manually. Hey, no, Sammy, bro, go ahead, my guy. Go ahead. Adobe ain't paying me for anything. Even if they were, I'm completely fair. You see how neutral I am with regard to, you know, with being a Dovetail ambassador. Always on the clock. Oh yeah, it was clicked into work mode. I didn't even notice. But you've done it like super elegantly, so that, yeah, that's cool. Too busy with life? Yeah, fair enough, man. That's always the priority, boss. The AI thing, Jackson. I think it's just for Premiere Pro, but I can check for you. The editing? Oh, because you were gonna make like simple edits, and then you were saying like, oh, like would I even call that? Like, would you even call it like editing? And I was saying basically like my edits are very simple for my videos, very 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 simple. I call it editing. I try to do things in a way that will mean I edit as little as possible. Which is good and bad at the same time. Like, yeah, I get to save time, but then at the same time, when I do go into like full editing modes, I do wish I had some more experience. Yeah, I use Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro. But do your research. I think Sammy's got you for DaVinci Resolve. Sounds like he knows what he's talking about. You'd probably have a better experience with that, in all honesty. Why does it always favor the rear coach as the first? So is S shunt for S conf? What the hell are my headlights? God damn. Hello? Well, I had turned that on already though. God damn it, this camera. I turned that on already. That's why the HUD was on. That's why the instrument lights are all on. Jordy! Bro, this is going to piss me off. The sound alert's always sleeping. Thank you very much for the 2 months, my man. Appreciate you. How you doing? Chunf. 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 It's not cheap. I mean, I'm paying £16.24, which I think Nabil said is $23 for Premiere Pro and Photoshop. Although, beware, Adobe will charge you if you cancel your subscription. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Adobe are not exactly the standout company. Weather was decent today, innit? The wind that was blowing was a little bit... it was chapping a little bit, but overall, flipping solid. But yeah, man, I'm doing good, thank you, my man. Bit tired, naturally. But, yeah, coffee's giving me a little boost. I'm good, man. I'm good. Taking it all in terms of this new phase of life. I'm good. The bills pay nothing. Like I said, there are absolutely ways to pay absolutely nothing for almost anything. Just depends on what route you want to go down. It's supposed to be around 18. Really? Oh, tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm not streaming tomorrow. Am I streaming tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. I know I got an interview / assessment tomorrow for a position I applied for. But that's in the morning. We'll see how the day goes. I could end up streaming tomorrow, or... Hello. I pressed acknowledge. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why have you done it for? Or I could just enjoy the nice weather with the family. Do I need to recharge the brakes or something? God damn it, I didn't mean to go into emergency. Oh snap. It just won't move forwards. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Right at the very end. Pantograph is still up. I might have to spin a wheel again. Because I don't think any of these services are going to be 40 minutes. Pardon me. These loading times are ridiculous. Hmm? 35-minute scenario. I think we can work with that. Can I do the Motorfest route after the stream? Do your thing, Jackson. I think you'll surprise yourself. I think you'll bang it. Welcome to Arosa. Another service has just arrived with some loaded FAC wagons. You are assigned to a shunting service where you will take these wagons to the aggregate terminal. From there, you will unload them and bring them back to Arosa. Finally, you will finish off your shift by depositing the wagons in a siding and shunting with wagons somewhere. Cool. This is my first time ever doing anything with this DLC, by the way, and I bought it legit. My first time seeing these wagons. How about just a casual urban exploring, Jackson, to kick things off? Nice. Okay, it wants me to do it its way. There you go. You're not wrong, boss. You're not wrong. 5 circle, 380. The DLC for this route, which could be good. Beautiful scenery. As good as it's gonna get on TOD3. The hell are the loco brakes, boss? I'll get some ideas when I'm drunk later. can't tell where that red signal is. Is that here? There's a place in Vatican City only native German-speaking people can visit. What's the law? Why is that the case? There's no way, man. All of this just for it to change automatically as well. It's not moving again. Does something happen when you go into like 100% break-in? I think I might have got emergency brakes because we were coming up to a red. They didn't even bother to simulate it going down. Really? What are we even doing here? Why are we just emptying stuff here? Ah, okay, Jackson. It's quite interesting. Interesting to see history preserved that way. I guess the whatever it is that they wear is also a preservation of history. Thank you, Sammy. Appreciate you noticing. I do love using the controller for that. You just cannot achieve that same level of like smoothness with the keyboard and mouse. I always feel like a drone operator whenever I do camera work playing TSW. A bit far fetched, I know, but cool. And now I'm just gonna go back to being raggedy with it, so I don't feel any pressure. The heck? BAFTA worthy. No, 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 no. Let's not go that far. It was decent at best. The combat uniform goes hard. What does it consist of? People already driving 323s, BR642s, and such and so on. Naturally, I saw a guy post a picture on the forum driving the HST from Midland Mainline on the Czech route. Everyone has their own way of enjoying the game, innit? They have these pimp style leather fur coats with their combat uniform. Oh, sick. Okay. I don't know how much that will help them in combat, but in terms of drip, it definitely helps them out there. Back in the days, it was spear and swords. Spear and swords with a fur coat actually goes hard. TSW intros in the files of Thomas and Friends. I'm surprised, but also not at the same time. Thomas and Friends is a different game, but it's the same at the same time. It's almost a reskin. I think that's quite an accurate way of describing the whole thing. You are not going to let them live that one down for a while, Nabil. And you shouldn't either. They deserve all the slander. Nah, Jackson, absolutely not, bro. And also, my guy, be open to your first bit of content being trash. I honestly don't think it will, legit. But if it is, so be it. You gotta start somewhere, innit? It would be good to see like a year from now how much like you've like the growth from your experience. Please go and watch my first video, bro. It'll make you feel better. So listen to my voice. Listen to the microphone I was using. Gotta start somewhere. There's a red signal. I can't see what that bloody red signal is. It seems like I'm right beside it. Is it this? No, I passed that. Move. What do you mean? There was 2 white lights on the platform, and since when do white lights signify a stop aspect? I'm done. Yeah, but Sammy, bro, like, I think a part of it is like at the time that you're building up, it's rough. But then you look back at it after some experience and you're like, okay, what the heck was I doing? But also, I'm so cool with what I can do now. Oh, ASR, let me tell you something, bro, just in case you don't think ambassadors really do much. In the ambassador Discord, the Wonders of Sodor channel for the last like month has been full of like different bugs. It's been a bit wild, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a bit wild. Right, we do have like 20 minutes. Let's see what the game's gonna throw at us. I'm not gonna play it by myself, Jackson. Do you guys actually want to see it? Like, I've been asked about it enough times to make me think that you guys low-key want to see some Wonders of Sodor. If you want to see it, I'll happily like play it. But I don't think you guys would be interested in it. The only plan I have right now, as it stands, is to play it with the kids. I forgot this exists. What am I driving first and foremost? 185.2. Okay. Feels weird not being in an expert loco. I don't know what to do. Is there an AFB on here? There is.
AFB.
My favorite. I'm an expert now. Yeah, I'm into it. It's a bit of me, boss. Can you guys see anything? Should I try and find another one? Or is this okay? My monitor's quite bad. I really don't know what you guys can see and what you can't see. Is it true that in Germany, train drivers use like only the electric brake if they can, and the train brake only like when necessary. This electric brake is fairly strong, to be fair. Wow. Okay.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Do I want to do? Bro, I finished the whole game. The gameplay pack DLC for the 101. I finished that, and the core stuff. I think I'm just gonna stick to the train brake anyway. What route am I on? I don't know where I am. Hagen. What DLC is that? Rosig Nord, is it? Hagen. What does Hagen feature? Okay. I see what you guys are saying about electric braking. I guess like to slow down. It's good for slowing down, but not for coming to a stop, right? Wait, none of these red signals are for me, isn't it? Oh, there's my one. I cannot see what I'm coupling up to. I can see the side of it, but I can't see where I'm coupling. Hello? Oh. At 5 kilometers an hour, electric brake doesn't work anymore. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. It doesn't tell me the route. But I'm pretty sure it's Rossi Nord. Yeah. Okay, it says it on the map. Not funny, really. But low key, kind of funny. I'll be honest, yeah. Especially back in the day, people used to make a lot of fuss about this route and how good it was. It was a good route, but I never saw the need to like constantly sing its praise. It was like an average good.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Fridays for future. Huh? Going to a future concert was one of the best things in my life.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I was about to wake up. Now give him another 5-10 minutes. And then he'll claim that he was here the whole time. That was my guy, man.
Zugbeeinflussung.
TSR was bright indeed, thanks to a mod, because the default sign isn't like that. As a matter of fact, I don't think the default sign has any lights on it. See, I like this. See what I was saying yesterday about like liking freight. This is cool. I prefer this type of experience compared to a like just a passenger run. Which passenger runs have their charm. These are just charmer. I think a lot of those kids, Jackson, are like just rich kids that want an excuse to be rebellious. Living out a fantasy where things didn't go their way.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Man, this sunrise would be looking so good on TOD4. There is the mod, of course, but I think it causes more problems than it solves. Why don't glue yourself on the street? That sounds reasonable. I know, right? Glue yourself on the street so that cars can't move, and then they remain idling, polluting the air more than they otherwise would have. I mean, it's great logic. Really great thinking. What was that E sign for? It wasn't the horn, was it?
Zugbeeinflussung.
Yeah, right. I mean, but I mean, I think screaming is more of a like a hobby. That's me. It's more of a hobby for them. Bless me. Yeah, let's also block all emergency vehicles, right? Or that year when they blocked the whole of like central London, and then just camped like on the streets, partying and dancing. Some things you see, man. I'm genuinely really enjoying this. I don't know. I can't tell you why. I don't know why for myself. There's nothing going on. I just really like it. Thank you, Sammy. I just don't understand, especially when it was going on in London. This was like 2019. I don't understand why nothing was done about them. I feel like if it was for any other cause, any other group of people, they would have been forcefully removed. And yet these guys locked off Westminster. Completely locked it off. And all the police did was block off the roads. Not attempt to remove them. They let them do their thing. But if I go and take a tent and camp in the middle of Westminster, I'll be arrested. It was very strange. Very, very strange. There had to be a bigger picture. There had to be a bigger picture, man. And it ran for like a week, I think. And they did it like twice or 3 times. And I don't understand what you gain from making people hate you. Like, how does that work? How do you raise awareness by making people hate you? I want to, anything that they're rioting against or protesting against, I want to do it now. You've made me want to do it. You can really tell this is an older DLC, you know. Very basic soundscape. Very basic like operation. Usually I would put the FOV, I would increase the FOV a little bit, but somehow for some reason I really like this. I feel like it's great. You know, you try to cancel CFA on your controller. It does PZB acknowledge at the same time. Just classic TSW stuff. The good stuff. Yeah, give me a second, Nabil. Let me come to a stop and then I'll read that. I believe it's educational. Okay, I think we're slowing down enough. The chain brake, also called the indirect brake, is on the far left. Next to it is a dynamic brake, which on electric locomotives also functions as an electric brake. On the far right is a locomotive brake, also known as direct or additional brake. Yes, that I know. When applied, the train brake slows all connected cars, including the locomotive. The dynamic brake only slows the locomotive by converting the motor into a generator. It is not intended to stop the train completely, but is useful for reducing speed. Really? For example, from 100 to 70 kilometers an hour. For full chain braking, the chain brake is used reinforced by the dynamic brake, so the car brakes are less stressed and the wear-resistant dynamic brake can assist. Pulling the chain brake backward engages the dynamic brake automatically anyway, though it can also be decoupled. The locomotive brake should never be used on moving except in limited situations, such as when shunting or coupling to other cars. Sick. Thank you, boss. That all makes complete sense. Yeah, it's good to know stuff like that, man. I say it often, but I really do want to drive things properly. Like, I'm playing a sim for a reason. Otherwise, I don't know. I'd play, I don't know, man. Something along the lines of like Metro Rivals. Drive it like you stole it. Yeah, exactly. Just drifting on the tracks and whatnot. Nitrous. You know, the market for that is definitely there. I guess doing freight, I don't know. I was gonna say it's more involved, but not all the time. Like all the time, like a lot of the time, it could just be going from A to B non-stop. Is it shunting then that I prefer? I honestly don't know. I've got to do 1.2 kilometers in reverse. Well, I don't have to. I can just switch cabs. There's also no lights. You know what? Let's just go. God damn it! Gave me a scare. Usually we'll just say proceed as signals indicate, and then it will clear itself. Next objective, wait for 15 minutes. No, that's just a check route. 16 minutes, actually. I don't know where the idea for Metro Rival, like what inspired Metro Rivals, in all honesty, Jordy. I never once, ever in my entire lifetime, scrolling through the forums or on the Discord, have seen somebody request that. You could say they're dipping into the more general market rather than the train simming niche, or maybe more for kids, but then you just come out with Thomas. So that would be interesting timing, to say the least. You're a passenger kind of guy. I think the majority of people are. And it's completely understandable. Hence why I keep saying I don't know why I enjoy the stuff the way I do. Like logically it doesn't make sense. Like cool, you like what you like, everyone's into different things, but why do I like this thing? Like I'm someone who, like, I'm very logical. I need a reason for why something is the way it is, and it bothers me that I don't have one. Oh, the broken light, I like that little touch. A brother in Christ. Freight on Castle Wellsburg is peak gaming. Oh, what? Because you... Oh, please clear, please clear, please clear, please, I'm holding circle. Oh, god damn it. Oh, wait. It did. Probably at the same second that I passed it. Say less. I mean, time-wise, would have been perfect to spad there, but I'm happy to finish this run. I have no idea how much more I've got to go, and I'm not even going to check. I'm actually just going to enjoy this. I've been short by a hair when it comes to red signals way more times than should be the case. It's sometimes it has been ridiculous. I'm just waiting to see the message, and then I go on the outside camera, and I've stopped like on the signal. Oh, okay. Fairs. Well, that would have sucked to spad right at the very end. Not like it hasn't been done before. For some reason, my favorite type of route is high speed. Why two stops specifically? That's very specific. That info is based on what I know about DB ratio expects to drivers. Okay, well, I mean that's perfect then. I think freight operators would have even more of a reason to use electrodynamic braking, because normal regular brakes would put even more stress on the brakes themselves. I mean, Jackson, in all honesty, mate, there's more to do than like most routes. Yeah, and it is pretty cool. Like, yeah, if you're doing the night runs, which the majority on that timetable are, that is kind of boring. But during the day, I think you're constantly like getting put into sidings to let faster trains pass, which is cool. Oh yeah, no, not when shunting, no. But I think shunting is always the exception. Like even for example with PZB, how you that can turn it off if you're doing shunting. 3 hours. At that point, go and turn C4 off and take a nap. That's basically an MSFS experience. Right. I'm going to send you guys to somebody who's streaming World of Sodor. Wonders of Sodor. It's not a category on Twitch. You guys are lucky. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I might stream tomorrow. I don't know what I've got going on in the evening. I don't know why I've got something going on in the morning. I don't know what I was doing. I mean, it was literally Sunday night and I was ready for bed. I'm going to blame it on that. Oh, there's a lot going on here on Discord. Jesus. Streaming schedule. Yeah, I didn't put Wednesday down at all. Yeah, if I'm going to stream tomorrow, I will put it on the schedule channel. I'll at everyone so you won't miss it if you've got notifications on. TBC is to be confirmed. Not what Jackson said. That was due to some plans that changed. Some plans that changed. What do you mean TBC? What? To be confirmed. The stream is to be confirmed. Like what the content would be is to be confirmed. However, it will probably. I'm not sure what to do for it. I'll see. Okay. If you troll me, I'm not going to jump on Motorfest. So choose. Make your decisions wisely. Right, I'm going to leave it there, my people. Appreciate you joining me on this fine Tuesday evening. You are trolling. I've told you TBC is to be confirmed. The content of the stream is. It will be confirmed. It will be confirmed in the future. No, you didn't. You're trolling. And now, because I threatened no motorfest, now you're backtracking. Right. Yeah. Keep an eye on the Discord for tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what's going on tomorrow. I wish you guys a lovely rest of your evening. If you've had a bad start to the week, it's still early. Restart. Go again tomorrow from the beginning. And you got this. Till next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. And until the next one, peace.